all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I love that. Welcome back to episode 8 of 5 Star Sodas. It has been quite some time since you've seen us. Nick, Al, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
Aye. Getting there. So the reason that, it's been maybe 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks even since
Feels like longer, man.
It's a long time to have not drank any soda. But the reason we would expect to have been back in the new year, but the reason that we took so long to come back is because I caught the COVID.
Struck down.
And in all honesty, it wasn't. I wasn't in my bed. I wasn't like really badly sick, but I lost my sense of taste and smell completely. And try to review tasting things when you've not got a sense of taste and smell would have been pretty impossible.
Yeah, we're kind of rushing. We're rushing this back because so many fans got in touch, aka Shona and Jim, and I think we were all on. Obviously, wanted Andy and his family to recover, but it's hard to do a soda tasting show if one of the people can't taste because, you know what I mean? So I think what we should do is maybe today's scores will have an asterisk.
Yeah, I was thinking they might do because...
And we might need Andy to go back and review his flavour profiles and then
I don't know if
the rankings.
Anybody that follows on Instagram with this, so that I did a wee test today where Jenny gave me a blind taste test with 4 sodas,
I've seen this.
And I had to go back and try and figure
Let
it
me
out.
ask. The fizzy water for the Pepsi was the one that made me shit myself with thinking we're doing a podcast tonight and he thinks Pepsi, a drink he drinks like water anyway, is fizzy water.
So
ironic.
It was so bubbly, but see, weirdly, later on I went back and tasted them all again, and there was one of them was a Fanta Chicota, which is elderflower, and that was really quite strong. And then Pepsi, I could really start to taste the Pepsi. So I don't know. I mean,
maybe you just needed like a good soda rush to like blow the cobwebs off. Like, you know, someone you have a curry and it just like clears your nose out. Maybe if we just take you on this like sugar rush tonight, you'll be back in business, and then you'll be on the news tomorrow.
I think Craig Neal's still in hospital from his sugar rush at Christmas, by the way. I was editing all the things, and Craig is just like, as the thing goes on, the show goes on, he's just getting more hyper and hyper. Can I change my score? I'm going to change that to a 4 and change this to a 5.1. I'm like, is this guy lost his fucking
mind?
The
best line is, I'm paraphrasing this, but it's about the Ramune or the Japanese soda. He says, I think this is the best soda I've ever owned.
Do you know, actually, I was saying to Andy the other day before we kick off, as I was putting in all the titles for things, seeing that Ramune is actually like some sort of hybrid botched translation for lemonade.
Yeah.
So Ramune's not actually...
Ramune's like a vacuum cleaner. It's not the brand.
Yeah, so like the... But... and I don't know the guy's name. Well, I could get it right now. Why don't we do that?
Just while you're looking for it, Craig, I've not actually spoken to Craig since he was on the episode, and I actually sent him away with quite a big care package of soda, so I hope he is okay.
Yeah, we should probably check it. I know, man. Maybe, to be fair though, Craig's missus is on us, so I'm sure she would have looked after him. No, listen, that's right. This is amazing. Ramune is a Japanese carbonated soft drink. This is Wikipedia, by the way, which I use for all my university projects. It was introduced in 1884 in Kobe, whatever. Shout out Kobe, by the way, by the Scottish pharmacist Alexander Cameron-son.
Of course, man.
Of course he did.
What's that about?
Every time.
How was a Scottish guy in Japan in 1884 anyway?
Can you look him up? Where was he from?
He was born in Aberlour, Scotland in 1840.
That's where the distillery is.
What was he doing in Japan? I mean, if you probably research that.
I saw this thing that they were running down things that Scottish people invented, and Scottish people invented the US Navy.
Yeah, do you know? I know exactly where you saw that.
It was on Top Gear.
Yeah. Well, the Grand Tour. I watched the same episode
because I was just like, it's amazing.
It says he volunteered for the Royal Naval Hospital in Hong Kong, which makes sense because the British owned Hong Kong back then.
I mean, so. Alexander Fleming, who invented penicillin, he was born in Darwin, where I currently am residing.
That's mad, isn't it? HQ. Don't you think it's just mad to think like pre-1900, there's a Scottish guy in Japan going like, you guys haven't tasted lemonade yet.
He still took guy on brew. With him.
What was the date on that?
That's got to be
the
1800.
early 1900s.
Oh no, is it not 1901? Because that's the thing
yep,
on the
yep.
bottle of
That's
the
right. Oh man, just missed out. Just missed the boat.
He's going over there with lemonade, and everyone
Heritage
back
brand.
here is like,
So just a quick round up here, Andy. How is the taste at the moment?
honestly,
Out of 5. Out of
Out of
5. How's your scoring?
honestly, I don't know, and it really depends with what it is. The smell is still like weirdly gone. Like things like going for a shower and you like put the shower gel on, you're like, did I put shower gel on there or not? Because you can't smell it. But then I can smell like maybe if there's burnt toast. But then today, Jenny burnt popcorn, and you know how popcorn burnt in the microwave,
Yeah.
the worst smell in the world, fills the house. Couldn't smell it at all.
Really?
So yeah, really weird things. Orange juice, I'm good with. I can taste orange juice and I'll enjoy orange juice. But then I can then go and brush my teeth straight after the orange juice. Doesn't bother me.
That's so bizarre.
So
Man.
it's like a superpower.
So we've got
Yeah.
no idea then.
You want to come around here, mate, and start picking up puppy droppings mate, to really see where you're at.
Well, that's, I mean, obviously we've got some young kids in here, and
They dropping on the floor
still
too, mate.
shut
It's
up,
a
man.
real struggle for us.
yes, it's not been too bad. But yeah, I mean, I've there's no doubt I had a mild case of it. I was in bed for like a day with a really bad headache, and other than losing my sense of taste and smell, I'm glad I'm all right. So I
To be
appreciate
fair, with your work ethic, mate, you spending a whole day in bed, I'd be panicking. I'd be like, wait a minute, Andy didn't get up today and make money. Make cake. But it's good to be back anyway. I think that's what I was saying. And
why
you know what, mate, the show has to go on. We cannot be slowed down by
just
rotten Rona.
because this is going to be the first time I've ever really spoke about it. I did put a post up on the Staying In page about it, and we didn't touch it on our notes. But I get nominated and then won a Specsavers award.
Oh, I seen this.
Saw that, yeah.
So my call with Martin and Roman Kemp is next week. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and get them to do a wee soda review for us.
That'd be interesting. What was Martin Kemp?
In Spandau Ballet. And he was also on EastEnders for a good stint.
Yeah, and
Roman Kemp is on
What's his name in EastEnders?
Martin something.
Kemp.
Martin.
Roman
Did
Kemp.
two stints on that? Did they not?
Two stints.
Roman Kemp won. Roman Kemp
Jungle.
won I'm a Celebrity, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he'd done before that.
I thought
He's the breakfast presenter on, I want to say probably Capital. He's got a big breakfast show on Capital.
Right.
And obviously now he's probably doing TV and giving awards to people like yourself. I know, mate.
Before you unleash the first drink, do you want to give any new viewers or listeners a quick rundown of how the 5-star rating system works, Andy?
So our aim is to taste every soda ever and rate it. But the rules are, it's got to be carbonated or it doesn't count. Served chilled. It's got to be served in a container it comes in, and we score it 0 through 5.
There you go.
Is that a mistake?
No, not at all. The reason
Seems like it did feel like there was another rule in there.
is because I was
Won't tell anyone about.
I was talking to my brother today to get the webcam, and he was like, "You should have a 10-star rating," but I know it's called 5-star sodas, and I was just like, "It makes no difference. It's just it's like we've got decimal points to make a point."
That's like telling the NHL now that they have to be called Ultimate Hockey League or something. They're like, this is a Series 3 brand for us guys.
It's not happening.
We're not doing this.
Will we get in?
Yeah, sure. What have you? I'm saying, what have you brought us? But I know what we've got. But
the first drink for me is a chance for someone to redeem themselves.
It's a one-man operation.
McDaid.
Victor McDaid.
McDaid's. Now, McDaid's brought us a football special, which did not go down well. It did not go down well. And when we posted that review, McDaid's actually got in touch with us and said, sorry, didn't like it, guys. Maybe you should try out some of our stuff. And we all felt bad. We did feel bad. So just to give you an idea, football special is currently on the leaderboard with a 1.4. Now they told us about the premium brands that they've got, and I went and picked some up. They had some cream soda, some orange cream. They've got football special in the glass bottle, this cola, and the banana. And I've tasted a couple of them, and I mean, let's just get in.
Let's go.
Can I just say something just for the bottle? I mean, as a nice kind of beer bottle looking thing, it says McDaid's cola, the original. One of you guys want to hold up while I'm reading this? Swilly Bottling Stores, Donegal. Here's the interesting bit. Irish born, American made. That's what does that mean?
Where does it say that?
Are they making? But they're not
Mine doesn't say that.
in the
Nah,
top right hand corner.
Top right, aye.
Interesting.
Oh, look, it says on here, brewed and bottled,
Brewed and bottled in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. That's so
Interesting.
weird, isn't it?
Interesting. Let's get on. The first one in the new year.
No one pays attention to this stuff. We're uncovering all the conspiracies, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud, boys.
Smells good.
It does smell good. It smells so good. Don't you think it smells good, Andy?
So the reason I came out with this one is because I already know what it tastes like. I tried it, and it tastes completely different right now to what I tried previously, pre-COVID.
Can I just say off the bat, right? It's pretty good.
It's good, isn't it?
It's so good.
It's so good. There's something. There's a subtlety to it. There's like a. Do you know what? See, to be honest, and this is maybe why you like it. To me, it tastes like a cola flavored cream soda.
Aye.
Super sweet. So
Here,
good.
man.
Dude, this is money.
Maybe McDaid's.
Maybe
McDaid's football special in the plastic ball has been made in Ireland,
Maybe we got a bad batch.
and this stuff has been made in the States. And
Guys,
I mean, more about
I
us.
came with this one first deliberately, but I'm looking forward to bringing you the cream soda and the orange cream because they are dynamite as well.
Dude, this is
Triple filtered water, by the way, guys. Cane sugar. This is
I cannot believe this, man.
Holy
What a
shit.
start back. What a
holy
start back.
shit. Is this? Let me just say this right now. Before
I know what
we
you're going to say,
go.
man. I'm thinking the same.
It's a contender. Let's call that as the top, you know.
It's cool.
It's
sleep
good, isn't it?
Andy, where would you pick this up?
So I picked up at Glencrest, which is cash and carry and kind of down at just off the river. It's weird, and I love it. Comes in a plain brown cardboard box with original cola stamped on a rubber stamp on the side.
This is
That's it.
crazy. I'll be honest. I had no expectation for this.
I knew you and that's why
And I slated McDaid's.
Do you know what I thought it was
I
going to taste like?
slated them. I thought
I
it
thought
was
it was going to taste like
garbage.
Bars Cola. Thought it was going to taste like Bars Cola.
Yeah, see, the first time I had it, and I liked the bottle and all that, I did have hopes. I thought it was going to be crap, but I mean, I like a crap cola.
Let me give you the other expectation I had originally for football special. We were under a time constraint at the time, but when it was kind of said as like this is like Ireland's Iron Brew,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I love Ireland. I'm down with this. Like, show me something that I've never seen before. And then I was so disappointed. So when I see the McDaid's thing, and I'm like, I mean, it's just the same stuff dressed up in a glass bottle, but this is frighteningly good.
I know.
McDaid's, what you stayed, man?
It's
I
like
wasn't-
cat amongst the pigeons.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
I'm putting that aside because I think I might be taking her up the road, man.
You put McDaid up the road.
Talk to me, man. I honestly, man, that's probably
I'm
the
interested
biggest.
in this Irish born American made thing.
That's
Obviously,
probably the biggest upset, like the biggest like low expectation, just hitting a home run.
Up there with Limca.
Probably. Aye, but I had no expectation for Limca. I was just like trying it, but the fact that I was
One thing
talking
I would say about it is,
And you actually had bad expectations for this.
do you know what I think about this? Is like, I know what you mean about this cola cream soda vibe. It's missing a bit of a cola element to it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's why there's an
So
under.
it's hard for me. It's hard for me to like.
it is a
like
cola.
this.
Though. It is a cola.
It is, but do you know what I mean? Like Fritz, like definitely is a cola. Like it's just got its own kind of. Fuck it. Do you know what I may regret a score, but I'm going for it. 4 on the button.
Oof.
4.0.
I'll see you, but I'll raise you. 4.2. So impressed. So impressed. Honestly.
Currently
other than-
about Andy's sort of asterisk score coming in here.
Well, I mean, the weird thing is, as soon as I tasted it, I knew my score. As soon as I tasted it, I knew my score, and my score is 4.1.
It's top of the board. How is it top? How
Unreal.
is McDaid's Cola, the original. Irish
Yes,
born, American made, top of the
It's
board.
the pure Rocky Balboa. It's the underdog just came in. Oh,
I'm not the greatest at maths, but I know that that's top.
That's a 4.1,
That's a joint top.
which gives it joint top with
That's
another Irish drink with Club Rock Shandy and Fritz Cola.
That's on par with the German
That's on
machine.
par with the cola that we've always talked about.
the cola that everyone talks about. Everyone's like, oh, Fritz is the one.
You don't need to go to Germany anymore.
You really don't. It's getting
You just
bullied
need to
up
go
there
America.
by two Irish thugs
You need to go to Pennsylvania now.
by way of County Donegal.
By the
Screamer.
way,
Mind
well
blown.
done, McDaid's. Sidebar, Pennsylvania. Did you see the thing Ted Cruz said? So in like the first like couple of days of Biden getting into the White House, he started reneging on all these like crazy Trump things, and one of them was to re-sign to the Paris Agreement, which is to do with like the
Environmental
climate change. And Ted Cruz came out and said he cares more about Biden cares more about the citizens of Paris than he does for the people of Pennsylvania.
The guy's a clown.
That's the thing. That's the thing about Tom Cruise. Like Tom Cruise is always saying this crazy stuff, man.
Good at stunts, man. But he shouldn't have ran for president. Oh man, McDaid's good.
What it was, I'm looking forward to tagging them in the comeback. That is,
McDaid's, take a screenshot of us.
That's the comeback of the year. No,
I mean, what?
screenshot of this.
I mean, Dustin Poirier is the comeback of the year, man. But let's be honest. Any watch the McGregor fight?
Yeah. I
What's your quick thoughts on that?
you know what I say? You get so invested in the build-up. You're always excited to see these fights. You think you're gonna, but it just it's always, I don't know. Regardless of what you think of him, the longer it goes on, the more it's like. I mean, I like Dustin Poirier, but the sport's just not as exciting with him. Do you know what I mean?
Did you see the thing that Nate Diaz said?
He said
He was basically like paraphrasing him. He was like, basically, how are you guys always getting finished?
that's what he said. He said these guys get finished all the time.
Isn't he stop being beat before the time runs out, man? Step up.
It's such a mad. I don't know, man. Do you know what? I think it's really one of the only sports I'll tune in and watch live and just see, just because it's two guys in a cage. It's kind of nuts, but if I don't know, I would just see going into like the start of the year. I just kind of like seeing the McGregor circus just roll on, just because you never know what's going to happen, man.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it and I fell asleep maybe about 3 a.m, but then I woke up just as McGregor's going into the ring, and I text Nick and I was like, he just looks a bit nervous. And then I didn't text him again because I knew he hadn't replied, so I knew he wasn't going to watch it until he woke up. But yeah, I just felt he looked nervous going in. It wasn't the same McGregor I felt. He just didn't look the same.
But do you know what what I think his trajectory? I don't want to go off in too much of a fight tangent, but it's like, see, since I've been watching MMA, I've seen upsets. I've seen guys I've seen like Michael Bisping become champion just by clipping a guy, and then it's like, and his whole life changes. Like, it's this sport. Like, there's a lot of sports where it's like not anything can happen. It's very like tactical, very controlled. And boxing could be one of them. I know you've got a puncher's chance, but see in MMA, see if you just blank out for 2 seconds and you get clipped, what are you going to do? You're just going to keep getting punched in the face, and then you need to sit down. Like, it's just anything can really happen. So the idea of someone going in there, and I guess Khabib is maybe the exception to the rule, but the idea of someone going in there and being like some sort of undefeated wizard who can just to put it politely, somebody can just batter MD. There's nobody that can just batter MD. Sooner or later, you'll put one foot wrong, or someone will just kick your leg until you can't stand on it anymore.
Or sit on you or something.
Yeah.
It's naive to think that a guy's like, you can be
Don't
that
you think
consistent.
though, with like someone like Khabib, and this is I'm gonna like tangent off here, but it's like sometimes it's good when like things are going the way that like the sort of like when the status quo kind of changes, and like somebody like Khabib's like, I'm done with this, and it's like this whole like institution's waiting on him to come back and fight and like sort of feed the streets, and he's just like, I like eating cake now, man, and hanging out with my mum. Like, I'm done. It's like that whole thing in America right now with like the stocks, it's like these people shouldn't. This is not meant to happen this way, but like they're. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't watch
I'm
news.
deep. I am deep.
You're deep in the game.
Invested in this.
I know a little
Deeply
bit,
invested.
as far as I know right now. But the
Explain
game
it to me like I'm 5.
is like it feels like they're making a live film of The Big Short too right now.
Pretty much, but instead of it being guys in an office, it's we dweebs who make memes, all sitting at home on a Reddit chat board, or deciding to try and to beat the shorts. But I suppose the best way to explain it is like these big hedge funds, they own millions of stock and say these stocks are worth $10.
Ah, yeah, okay. I did see something about this.
And then if they sell those stocks at $10, because they're like, these are all going to go down in price. I'm going to sell it at $10. Once it goes down in price, I'm going to buy them back at $1. And then I've made $9 for every one of those million stocks that I own.
Yeah.
But they've went to sell all these to short them all. And all these guys on the internet are like, fuck you guys, we're buying all them. We're going to push that price right up. And it's like a mad fight just now. So like GameStop just now, a stock at GameStop. GameStop was sold, they made $2 billion last year. Not last year, the year before, sorry. I think they lost like 170 million last year. They are currently valued on the stock exchange at $117 billion.
That's insane. Joe's mad about that, right? Is that these hedge fund guys, these Wolf of Wall Street characters, they like intentionally drive these stocks down and ruin businesses, like actually ruin them because they're driving the price of their stock down. And all of a sudden, these kids in the subreddit are like, you know what? Like, we'll just buy all that. Like, just buy all of that, drive the stock back up. And now, like, these hedge funds are like,
well, they need to buy it back.
Chicken.
Because they've sold it to short it and hoping to buy it back at a lower price, they then need to complete that transaction. But instead of having to buy it cheaper, they're now like, fuck, this stock's worth $250 each. I now need to go and buy that back at a stupid price. So it's kind of a standoff. It literally is a game of chicken. It's like who's going to bite first. But like GameStop took a big drop today.
Did it?
It went down 50% today. But all it's meant is that basically what people are saying is that the hedge funds are basically selling it to each other to try and drive the price down. But some of the the apps that like me and you can use to go and buy stocks, they stopped allowing people to buy GameStop stock. So they were like controlling the market. So now there's class action lawsuits against these apps. So they can't control the market like that. Says you guys have been doing this for years. Just happens that you're doing it in the New York Stock Exchange. I'm sitting in my pants in my bedroom. You can't do that. Yeah. Like you're annoyed that we've beat you at your own game, basically. But yeah. Hey,
kind of what I was getting to is like, how many times is like all systems rigged in the favor of like the bully?
Yeah.
And then like, and that's what I was kind of alluding to about MMA. It was like Dana White's like the bully. He makes all these sort of like accusations and he's like chasing people down, but it's all really just to like advance his pocket. Do you know what I mean? He's just trying to get more money in his own pocket. That's why he wants to get, because you actually see this a bit after Poirier wins and Poirier's trying to shout at Dana and a camera cuts to him and Dana's like on the phone. He's like already, he's like, fuck. Can't believe this.
But basically all the stocks that are going on now is all like, it's like weird stocks of companies that should be dying. So like Nokia, GameStop, BlackBerry, and AMC Cinemas. All industries that are on their arms. Not for the COVID, just because
GameStop is GameStop is the equivalent of our shop game. It's a physical video game shop. So I listen to this podcast where these guys talk about like retro games, and they're constantly like discussing like the blunders that GameStop are making as a company that are like they're basically saying it's a matter of months, and that's so crazy. But you know what? It just shows you it's like. It is like it's a mad world now. Like now, if you give people the means to freely exchange ideas and information, they can band together, and things like this can happen. And it's like it is like you're saying. It's like the bully. Someone just stood up to the bully and was like, "Nah, go hit me then." Like and called his bluff. Like go. Like, or do you know what I mean? It's like
so mad, but it's just like an interesting start of the year, isn't it?
How long will it be before that all those people on the internet forum stand up to like a government? Effectively, what happened in Capitol Hill? Like, I mean, how long till that seriously happens?
Did that happen this year?
6th of January. Yeah, it was 6th of January.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I know we were late back to the game, like 28 days in, but so much has already happened in January.
I know.
It's fucking insane. Like if you don't think of if you don't think of the year as like 12 months, like from last January, if you actually think of like the year from like COVID, there's still like 2 months left of the season, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, how has this been one calendar year? It's fucking insane.
Well, we've already hit
Everyone's
the
lives
anniversary.
have changed.
We've already hit the anniversary, like the first cases being in
Yeah,
China and stuff like that. So I mean, like I know we're like what the 23rd of March is when we entered lockdown. So that's when we will still be in lockdown, and that time, no doubt, we'll still be sitting here doing.
Oh no, I mean, by the way it's looking, no doubt. But I just kind of look at it
like
like
Christmas kind of vibe on that day. I think like everyone's just like it's second Christmas, man. Just celebrate it.
celebrate it, just stay home. But I just think it's like, do you know what I mean? We probably recollect on this time is it's like being at war or something. It's like being at war against something, and like things they're just unpredictable, and they can't really. Somebody's like, when are we going to wrap this like Second World War? Do you know what I mean? They might during those times, people must have just been like, we'll wake up in the morning, go, I was saying in the news, just the war and that. Do you know what I mean?
The war.
But we'll wake up one day and you're like, shops are open. Primark's open. You
I
can
was
go
like, I know. Never mind the raves.
I woke up today
Save
and
the raves.
didn't think McDaid's was being joint top
Aye,
of the league, man. That's
So
crazy.
a lovely segue back to sodas there, though.
Yeah,
I'm all about the segues.
yeah. I tell you, my mind's just. I mean, who's next, man? Because
Who is up next?
You're up next, Nick, with your first one.
Let me take you back. It's
take me back to McDaid's.
1998. First year French.
Oh no, one of these again.
Mr. Hughes.
And here we go.
He's like this. And the thing would be like, you get the sheet out and it's like, and Coca. And Orangina. Orangina is what I've brought. Which is funny because like
I'm my mirrored camera here. Like
I've been watching like I've essentially this last year put myself through film school by watching just about every film on the telly, but I'm in a real French new wave thing, and I actually seen Orangina in a film the other day, and I was like, holy shit, the glass bottle. You know, remember the kind of stubby one? It's like
Yeah.
That's why. That's my first question: is why we get this? Did they not make that anymore?
I didn't know.
I think you only get that in fancy restaurants.
Oh, a restaurant joint, yeah.
Sparkling
since 1936.
But see, this is
Prior to that, it was just flat.
The eight sa pulp, so it's like the with the pulp as it should be. The weird thing about Orangina is, when it's the glass ball, you're meant to shake it, but I don't see.
I think you still shake this one.
I don't know if you'll run that gambit.
Well, I've already done it, so
well, I'm just going to give me a gentle tip.
Aye, that's all I did. I'd give it get this.
I do have some recollection.
Orangina glass bottle was like shake well. Any memories of Orangina? Did you drink it when you were younger?
I mean, I definitely had it.
I actually remember not liking it because it's like almost it's one of these too orangey.
I like it, but
now I'm a grown up, so.
But that's one of the things. So as I said at the start, orange is one of the things that I can really get into. Right now, I can taste it.
It's pretty much as I remember it. À l'orange, sparkling since 1936.
So, like, you just said it's too orangey, Al. I don't think it's orangey enough.
Not anymore, it's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the way recipes have changed. I probably had it back in the day.
Yeah.
I always remember having.
You put it up against the Club Orange.
Well, I feel like I feel like the Club Orange maybe has a bit more sugar in it. That's always. I always
couldn't even get in the Club Orange. The doorman in the Club Orange would be like, look, mate.
Club Orange here. Sidebar for the hockey fans. There used to be a Mighty Ducks cartoon, which I actually think they might bring back along with the new series, right? But there was a French Canadian duck in it called Duck L'Orange, which I always thought was
I just sent you the trailer, the Mighty Ducks trailer. Like,
I know I'm going to watch it after this
because they announced the start date 23rd of March.
Oh,
the diaries.
I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, we'll get to that. Orangina. Do you ever think it was always a little bit bitter? Am I wrong in that?
I think that's what I mean when I say too orangey. It was like, as a kid, you're used to drinking something that tastes a bit more synthetic, super sweet. But I feel like Orangina is kind of.
It's so big in France, right? Even says like there's French all over this. Recycle moi on the thing, but on the lid. But sometimes I wonder if it's maybe like they're like intellectual taste. It's like we're just boffins drinking things like Club Orange and Tango, but then they're like, you guys are nuts, man. This is the real deal. But I do like this, but it's not. It's kind of, I hadn't drank it in a long time, and I was kind of hoping to bring this and be like, guys, you're sleeping on Orangina, but
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of wrong on that. But do you remember, did you do that in school in French? There was like, you'd run through these daft lists of like,
I did German.
one of
Same.
them. You were one of them. Did you do German?
I did, yeah.
Really? That's so weird.
Do you-
I think we only did French in school.
Well, I'll give you so languages in school. Do you ever watch those videos where you would see kids in Germany or France just doing pure mundane tasks and just talking to you about buying the juice, buying the can of Coke or whatever it is?
Yeah,
It's-
man. It's just like
Do
a
you know what we
learning-
had though? We had. Do you ever remember this? Is like it was called a fuck. It's like a Kumba or a.
That's like a little tape player thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we listened to our French tapes on, a Kumba, but like
But no,
mini
these were-
Kumbas as well.
These were videos of
Yeah.
like kids in those other countries doing those things. I'm in one of those videos for Dutch schools.
What?
So this Dutch TV
No
thing
way.
came to me when I was delivering my papers. So they came to our school and looked for people who had part-time jobs, and they took me around on my paper round on a Saturday morning in a black Hackney cab delivering my papers,
No way.
and I had to be like, deliver the newspaper.
Did you have to do it in Dutch or did you do it in
No,
English?
I do it in English so that when they're over,
So why did you do that? boys?
That's me delivering the
Steve
paper.
McClam, Steve McClam moved there.
Steve McClaren Dutch thing.
Hey, do you know what I bet happens? See, when it came around Christmas, remember you do paper runs, you get better tips at Christmas.
Yeah.
I bet everybody's like that. Mad Derek for down the road's like that. Are you guys getting paid too much, man? He's filing around the Hackney.
Well, there was a bit where they says, right, can we get a wee shot of you getting paid? Because we get paid in cash because it was fucking early mid-90s. And so the Jim who owned the newspaper, the shop, he like handed me like a wad of £20 notes just to say like pure boss.
But in the video,
In the video, so he handed me like
imagine all these
$300.
Dutch kids like, yo, we need to get ourselves to Scotland, man, because they
Get
get
ourselves
paid
to
like 2 G's a go.
That's
Yeah.
mate. I mean, that's one of these things that like you could end up being a meme or something.
Aye,
Like for
some
some,
Dutch meme
like
somewhere.
remember that the wee video of the kid, like, hey, who are you? That wee the kid. Like,
Is
that's
that
not like,
Dutch?
no, but I just
Oh.
it doesn't matter if it's Dutch. I just feel like
No, because
it's
the
like-
kazoo kid.
when you see that, yeah, the kazoo kid.
It's like the Jordan, our mutual friend Jordan. He's his wife's cousin or nephew or something. He's a big kid now, but like when I first went over there, he was like this spit of the kazoo kid, and all I would shout at him was like, "Hey, kazoo!" And like
What are you
all his
doing
family
over
call him the kazoo kid now, and he's like a fucking 6'2", and he's like
Hey,
14
we have taken a wee bit of a
Orangina.
let's get
Andy, what's your?
I'm just going straight at about 2.7.
That's quite good.
2.7. It's good. It's decent. I would drink it if it was there, but it's not amazing.
Yeah, it's fallen short of a solid recommendation. I think most people have tried it. If I wouldn't rush out to grab it if you've been missing the Orangina action. It's not anything. There's a lot better things out there. I'll give it a 2.4.
Fair enough. I think it's not worse. It's worse than I wanted it to be, but it's pretty much bang on what I thought it was in my head, if you know what I mean. It's not really changed. Impressive for a recipe to not have changed in so long.
Maybe
it's on the glass ball. Maybe.
Matrix, you know.
I feel like
Fair play.
it's 2.7 for me. 2.7.
Okay.
I'm
So
doing the maths.
I mean,
By the way,
it's
guys,
hard, mate.
I'm going
It's
to
hard
finish
to come
this. I'm going to finish this McDaid's before even like the third drink comes out.
You're not allowed to go. You don't go. Oh, he's going back to the McDaid's now. He's not, man.
I'm breaking the rules, man.
Breaking all the rules, man.
Can you confirm your scores there? Nick, what were you?
2.7. I was 2.7. I was
2.4 for me.
Okay, that's fine. Which gives it a total score of I've not got that number ready. Damn it. So the score there, the official score is 2.7.
That makes sense.
So
That's actually maybe higher than I thought it should be, like in general, but the 2.7 Orangina. Just a recap. A 3 bang on guaranteed recommendation.
Nah, a solid recommendation.
Solid. No, three. I would say three's like go and try this.
It's not. I'd say
Anything under a three's getting towards the niche flavors. Maybe someone who is a big Tango fan is going to drink that and go, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean, do you know what?
keep shouting Tango.
Off the bat right now, you just say
Phantom.
you want carbonated orange. Just get yourself a club orange. Don't waste your time.
Don't waste my mother time.
But
What film is that from?
Heat.
Correct.
Didn't know.
Were you waiting for? Was that a competition question, or was that just dive in there?
That's the right
Just a throw out.
Right, so I mean, this is our first stream of the new year.
Sure is.
New Year's resolutions. Do we do them? He's got any? He's ever done them?
Probably
Never really.
Oh, I quit. I quit McDonald's before for like years.
What's that for the new year?
I had that. I had like a because what happened was I worked. I was DJing and Helena went to a party.
I remember.
And then I finished at the club and I went to the party and I went to the drive-through and I was like, "You want to hit me off for like 30 cheeseburgers?" And just 'cause I was like, "I'll go to the party and I'll be the guy that had like because it's like a buck for a cheeseburger." I was like, "I'll show up with 30 cheeseburgers at 4 a.m. and everyone's just gonna be like, this guy like will save the day." And through the little speaker, just went like, "Seriously?" And I went, I'm going to a party. I said, "Look, you can make 30 cheeseburgers like for the next 30 people, or you can just make 30 for me right now. My money's good." And they were like, "You need to wait." I was like, I mean, I was envisaging. I didn't think it was you were just going to pass me them out.
I just got them already, to be honest.
I was just like, so that was, and then after that, I probably quit McDonald's for like 4 or 5 years or something.
I was about 4 years as well until like COVID. Like I had my first McDonald's during COVID after 4 years. I had quit. I was with you actually in Switzerland when I quit.
That last one, yeah, that's right.
I had one in Switzerland and I just felt like pretty ill. And then I was like, you know what? You've quit. I'm just going to quit as well. And I've done it for so long. But to be honest, for resolutions, I kind of feel like, and I don't know if a lot of people have done this, but I've definitely put on the beef over the COVID, and I'd actually done so well. I mean, I look back at your wedding, Andy, and I'm like, holy shit, man, I was killing the game. I felt fat even then, but like I look now and I'm like, I would actually murder someone to get back to that level. So I feel like my on and off again resolution this year is to try and get back to Andy's wedding weight.
So see, 2 years ago, my resolution was to swim regularly. And I went in, so in my office, there's a swimming pool in the building, and I went in and they shut the pool for 10 months so that they could refurbish it. And then last year, my resolution was to go back and play hockey. I went to one training session, then played one game, and then lockdown hit. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm not doing any resolution.
Maybe your resolution this year should be like something to do with COVID, so it just disappears and we can all get back to our lives.
Probably my fault.
I love how you get up your out, man, every time.
It's kind of funny how you're like that there. Yeah, my office has got a pool. I'm like, I don't even want you to I don't want you to actually go further on. I just want everyone to know that Andy's office has a pool in it. So just there you go.
Right, we'll move on with the next drink then.
Yeah, what you got?
Well, it's Al's drink.
Okay, if you would mind reaching for your St. Helier, I believe that's how you say it. Ginger beer. Straight out of Jersey.
Is it really?
Jersey? Oof. Do you know what I like about this? The wee tinfoil hat.
So
like
obviously it's a la San Pellegrino.
Yeah.
It's
got a wee bit of a conspiracy theorist vibe.
It does look. It looks like what do you call that? It's like steampunk or something.
Oh, it's because it's got a tinfoil hat.
Oh,
steampunk. Can I say something?
Steampunk.
You're saying conspiracy, right? And it's bizarre. I used to work for a bank called HSBC, and sometimes you would get people phoning in with what would be like offshore accounts, and the offshore accounts would be like Jersey and like these like sort of island kind of things.
I mean, not really an offshore. I could probably
look at your tinfoil hat. It says St. Helier Beverage Company, and then in brackets it says SHBC. That's close to HSBC.
That's an offshore account.
Which is so weird because I was just like, when you're like, oh, for Jersey, my first thought was, oh, offshore account. And then like, it also precisely says HSBC on the thing. That's so weird.
Well, I wonder, St. Helier is probably an anagram of money laundering.
Of Illuminati. I'll do one quick sidebar that Andy will appreciate before we get into the drink,
Wait.
and that is the Office Olympics reminds me of the medals that they give each other.
The one thing
Over the middle.
immediately off the bat on this though, it does have the stamp of doom, which is a new recipe, reduced sugar.
I thought you were going to say the Jersey flag. It's got the Jersey flag in the bag.
So I'm never a fan of ginger beer, but let's see how these new COVID taste buds do with this.
So this is ginger beer.
So this is ginger beer.
You love a ginger beer. And a ginger beer.
I thought Andy would taste that because I think it's pretty strong.
Whoa.
I can feel it burning in the back of my throat, but I swear to God I can't taste a fucking thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're fucking lucky.
I can feel the burn.
Not great. There's a tickle in the back of the throat. It's not that burny for me.
Considering it's the only
I knew that was going to happen.
it's the only thing I can feel. It's like the first drawing a joint now.
We do not on this podcast advocate smoking joints. Just so you know.
No, just that one time, so you can know they're bad.
Just a sidebar, I've never done that. I've
Never actually.
never even smoked a cigarette.
Have you?
What, weed? we talking about like ganja and stuff.
The green.
That's sticky icky. Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
You just see how uncool we are there.
It's not actual sidebar. See that I was watching this film, famous French film, La Haine, and it's about the guys cutting up, resin. He's cutting up like a big bar of resin to be smoked.
Bar of raisins.
Raisins. But it's funny because I didn't even know where I'm going with that. Just because you're talking about weed, and I just seen that. And I just remember like
Just wanted to tell that he watches.
I actually smell it through the telly, going, "Oh man, I remember all these guys that used to hang out with. They would like cut that stuff up."
What? Just a sidebar as well. When they were like, half chain, hit it. You're like, oh no.
Basically, aye.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Drugs are for mugs.
It's not so much. I actually don't think that because you both know that Simon, my old boss, mentor, father figure, he was absolutely rife for smoking weed. But his was always grass, so it wasn't like it was always like green bud things. It was never that big brown thing. In fact, if he ever did have that, I'd know he was broke, and I would feel bad about asking for my wages because I'd be like, I know you're on the bad shit there, man.
Have you never had
quit, please?
Have you never had like in a brownie or something? No. Amsterdam vibes.
No, never touched a illegal substance in my life.
I've actually been offered it. Actually, by Jordan's mother-in-law. I keep bringing Jordan on this podcast. I don't know why.
I mean, I guess like, the weed thing is totally different now.
She was a muffin, and I was just like, of course. And Jordan's like, that's not a normal muffin. She's like, just take where I'm at. And I scared
the funky muffin, man.
I was going to say, if I was going to do it, I'd go to Joshua Tree, what's the show? The Entourage style. Go to the Joshua Tree and just
do mushrooms.
Maybe we should do a 5-star episode from the Joshua Tree.
I think I did it in Glasgow Green. Just storing about.
Saying Helier, old style, premium ginger beer.
I had to see
what we're not talking about it that much because
it's kind of trash.
Trash. I'm going. I'll come in early just because I feel like my scores don't count. 1.2.
I'll be honest with you. I picked it up. I think Nick was there when I picked it up, and I had one before now. I got it at Roots and Fruits, but when I took it home, I did put vodka and lime in it as well. So
you've watered it down.
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
With that?
It was better, but I mean,
see, it's been sitting in stock up here for a while.
True that.
I've always looked at it. I've kind of dreaded it coming up. Oh man, it must be bubbly.
It's pretty bad off the. I mean, a Bundaberg is better than that. Yeah.
I like ginger ale better than ginger beer, and I don't even know really what the difference is. But like,
even just like a Canada Dry ginger ale is.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Hey, what we're going here, scores wise?
Yeah, I had one. I thought it was better, but the vodka must have been clouding my judgment. Who'd have thought? I probably give it a 1.9. I'm
matching that. That's what I was thinking. 1.9 as well. I think maybe if you're like an absolute ginger beer, like aficionado, and that is like your go-to soft drink, then maybe you'll find. Maybe you should try this, but if you take a ginger beer now and again, it's like just to be different. This isn't the one.
Yeah.
Like stick to a Bundaberg.
Yeah, or,
Do you know what?
or
Just stick to ginger ale. It's like
even a Schweppes, a pub Schweppes.
we've not done a Schweppes yet. A Schweppes lemonade might have to come on the show.
Schweppes. There you go, some soda trivia. Back
Anyway,
in the
Andy,
day.
what was the score?
So the score is a 1.7. A
That's-
1.7.
That is about expected. That was crap.
Yeah, it was bad.
Chelsea, you better come good with the next one, man.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
my old-
I
Like
think
my old friend McDaid's here.
Jenny enjoys ginger beer, so we'll take her downstairs to her and see if she enjoys it, but nah, not for me.
So St Helier, they do make like an orange and a lemon. It's almost like a Sandpel ripoff.
The whole company's a sample rip-off.
Well, I mean, Sandpel don't make ginger beer, but then I mean, maybe St Helier should go back and stop making ginger beer as well.
Guys, I just keep going back to this.
I'm just trying to like,
This episode is brought to you by McDaid's Cola, the original. Glass
What?
ball.
like
Why is this so good? It's literally just
it's like is crashing every other review. It's just like, yo, remember McDaid's?
I remember the day I
McDaid's is
bought
sitting in a subreddit somewhere going like that.
it-
Short the podcast.
the day I bought it, I remember sending you pictures of it and there was no response.
No interest.
The next time I bring you something into the text message group chat, I want to see more of a response when I bring
Never
it.
about you again.
Right, we got one more to do then.
Bonus round.
We're going back to Nick and going back to America.
Go back to America.
It's
Speaking of
like,
which,
aye,
is Trump still banned on Twitter?
yeah, he is.
Like,
Is
is
that-
that like a
definitely-
lifetime ban?
No, it didn't say that. It didn't say lifetime, did it? I thought it just
No,
said indefinitely.
Oh yeah, indefinite. But it's a lifetime ban on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all of the other platforms.
What is the thing? Like, obviously, he was like idiots were like incited into this insurrection that they keep calling it. But the and it was, but it's kind of. Don't you think it's kind of mad that I'm obviously not advocating for Trump because I hate him, but it's kind of weird that like social media platforms are just like, well, that's you done. Like, why? Like, you
Did
think
they do it
Trump
to
would
anybody
go-
else?
Trump would just go like, I'll just set up like a pure satellite account. No,
Or they could get on Clubhouse.
But anyone else,
Can he get an invite for Clubhouse, can he?
anyone else, that if that was me or you that
Yeah,
continually posted false facts, we'd have been kicked off as well.
It's much
Did I
like
find
that
it-
kid in Australia who organised that big party.
Yeah.
He ended up in a whole world of trouble.
Um,
Then he sold his movie rights.
but the crazy thing is like he's like, oh, he's took me off Twitter. I can't spread my message. I'm like, mate, you were the president. You could, I mean, even right now, you're not the president. You could still hold a press conference, and it will go on TV. Like people will want to know what you're saying, and it will go on
I
TV.
just love to know what is that household like right now? Do you think he's himself just sitting somewhere, just like everybody, just leave me alone?
I think that must have been what the entire
Just
last week was
stewing.
like. See, since the 6th, like when the Capitol Hill stuff happened, he must have just sat in the house and been like, just leave me alone. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any work.
What do you think he does to pass the time?
He's sitting buying GameStop stock.
Oh, no doubt, man.
He's the
You
guy.
sure? I don't know if I read this somewhere that he had a Diet Coke button in the White House, like in the Oval Office. So he was just like, Mira, Trump on the podcast. Doing Diet Coke.
Okay,
That could be the one, man. That could be like, oh, like we could bring him back.
that's the grail.
Imagine you did like a tello on 5 Star Sodas. Like, guys, I didn't even want to be the president. I just did it for a laugh, and they fucking voted for me. He's like, you guys get Diet Coke. Like, that's all we got.
But he still get crazy like good odds to come back in 2024. It was like 11-1. There was only Kamala Harris, Biden, and then him.
He did obviously fuck up a lot of stuff, right? And I don't advocate any of his policies.
I feel like there's a butt coming here.
There's a bun. Do you remember that thing where it was like someone
Getting
won
teams
the
done.
Super Bowl? Like all these teams were like the Golden State Warriors. They're like, are we fuck going to the White House? And then I'm pretty sure the hockey team that won the Stanley Cup never went either. Maybe the Blackhawks at the time. And
Yeah,
then
no, they went.
someone won the Super Bowl or the World Series or something, and they went.
Mhm.
And instead of preparing a banquet,
Nah,
they ordered in like McDonald's and shit like that. No,
it was college football.
That's
Like,
right,
when they
that's
won the
it.
national championship.
and the spread was like
It was McDonald's,
Fillet-O
Burger King,
fish, quarter
KFC's.
pounders and shit. And I was like, this guy's a genius, man.
Aye, it was.
Because that's all he eats, apparently. All he eats is McDonald's and drinks Diet Coke. Well,
But, and it was such a move.
all in common, me and Trump.
It was a move for the college students, man. They're getting in there, and it was just the biggest spread of fast food ever.
Yeah. What's that? Also, like a pure Instagrammable
Yeah.
moment. It's like it gets traction. It's you know what I mean. It's these type of things are discussed.
His whole presidency was like a failed comedy, but
Aye.
they just like he tried all these things, man. It's just like he tried to be provocative, and instead of it kind of working in his favor for a laugh, it was all like
Everyone was taken to heart.
There's definitely some Larry David and Michael Scott moments in there.
Definitely, man. Anyway, so you're saying my bonus, and it's American, and I'm going to be honest, I have got no idea what I've brought. No, obviously I know the name of it, and it's called Big Red.
Humble at the same time.
I've got like my bowl, so sweet, so smooth. Big Red.
Now, Big Red to me, when I hear
That was my original Twitter handle.
when I hear Big Red, it's the cinnamon chewing gum.
Dude, that's why I bought this, because I was like, oh, maybe this is like the soda version of.
So as far as I know, this is not correct.
I mean, weirdly, Craig Neal, he loves the Big Red chewing gum.
I like it too.
That'd be what he's for his dinner.
Can I just let me just what big? But he would eat that for his dinner.
Joking.
All
He's a
right.
skinny wee guy.
All right. Just let me run you through. I know there's not a lot in this can. I'm just gonna run you through some flavors. Can actually looks like the same kind of color as like a Dr. Pepper.
Well, it's made by Dr. Pepper.
That's what I'm about to say. Made by Dr. Pepper, 7-Up company, but carbonated water, corn syrup, the usual shit, caffeine, no flavor.
Well, no, it just says natural and artificial flavors. It doesn't tell you.
There's no flavor profile on this at all. So to me, off the bat, I'm thinking, is this going to be like a cola?
Or is it going to be a cream soda?
I know. I mean, I think I know.
You know
what
what
it
it is? Can I just
know
say,
what
though, is this not like for me and Andy, anyway, well, especially Andy, seeing he's
Something like
suffering the coronavirus after effects, but this is more of a Mountain Dew voodoo thing, mystery flavor right now for me.
Yeah.
And that was because
But you
that
also,
one I was like, oh, that's going to be like fruity. It's going to be like this. This is, I have no idea what this is going to taste like.
they also do Big Blue as well, though.
Big Blue, yeah. All you need to know about this is it's so sweet, so smooth.
And it was established in 1937.
So what else do you need to know?
The 30s must have been a good year for this.
It's a wee pre-war drink. I wonder if it got them through.
Is there?
Yeah, let's get in. I'm on this.
There's like a little symbol on the
I know. I was looking at it.
top. But I can't quite make out what it is.
CRV, and then it looks like Slimer for the Ghostbusters.
Kinda, or a wee chicken.
I feel like it's like the shape of a state.
Check it's Texas.
No, that's not Texas. It's not a state.
It says Texas on the thing. Like it says like
Definitely not Texas.
Legacy Drive, Plano. I mean, I know what roughly. Okay, whatever. Here I go.
Oof, interesting. Interesting, guys.
Proper red.
Proper red.
Oh wait, the smell of it is kind of red cola. Like,
I was going to say Tizer.
Get in there, guys.
hey, that's all right. I have no idea what that is, but it's all right.
It's
It's
very,
considered-
very red.
Is it
It's
red
considered-
cola?
It's considered to be a red cream soda.
How'd you know this?
I'm well versed.
Homework.
I
Are you
I do-
using
I do
that?
a soda podcast. I know these things.
Are you like doctor? Are you like the pharmacist?
You're
on
like
the podcast?
recurring guests.
From now on, you should start wearing a white coat when you come to the
He is Dr. Pepper.
He's Dr.
Is
Pepper.
that- there you go.
He's Dr. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club band.
That's
I'm
quite
digging
like-
it.
I
Right,
like-
man.
This is decent, by the way. I'm, in one sense, kind of disappointed that it isn't like atomic fireballs or cinnamon, but
Do you actually think that would translate well in a
No, I
soda?
mean, that was
probably not. I was kind of just hoping to be like, I bought it thinking, hey, this is going to blow people's minds, but now I'm kind of like, contender? Could be a contender.
No, it's not a contender for me, but it's good. I mean, I'd recommend it.
It's very
I like to
palatable.
see one and done usually. This feels like a one and done kind of guy.
stank like that.
Forgive me. I'm going back to the McDaid's for a second, right? I just want to see how that compares.
And nothing can compare to me dates. Well, by a scoring system, 2 other drinks.
Two other
Yeah.
drinks could definitely compare.
I'm going back. I went back to McDaid's just to make sure, like.
But it's like, Andy, when you say,
fourth
when they
drink
say,
it was.
what kid's your favourite, and you say, all my kids are my favourites, you don't need to say it, but
Yeah.
Who is your favourite kid right now? Seeing as none of them listen to the podcast.
isn't one of your kids called McDaid? Your next one will be.
Don't know actually. Probably Ivy. Travis did a good drawing earlier on. That was all right.
It's a daily change with
Like
them.
a sliding scale. It's like,
It depends what.
I think Taylor's mine. Although Taylor wants to get he wants to steal my missus off me. So
he's
well, in your new
back
kitchen,
off.
getting your drawing up on the fridge must be prime real estate.
yeah, man. You know you've made it if you get it on the fridge in there.
did anyone ever put your drawing in the fridge? Al?
Mate, I'm pretty sure I've got drawings on my fridge immediately, and I did at the start of lockdown when we were just like doing anything to pass the time.
Just put your own drawings in your fridge now. I've got an integrated fridge, so I can't even put a magnet in mine. So
That's so. I mean, what's the world coming to, man?
Big Red.
Get a report card put in the fridge.
But right, Nick, you come in with your school then.
Will I go?
Yeah.
Here we go. Doing a big L. Quick taste. I fact checked today with McDaid's. It's maybe not as good as I first hyped up to be. I think it was just more. I was more like, no, not McDaid's, Big Red. I think I was like more just like surprised that it wasn't total trash. That's pretty decent though.
Pretty decent.
2.9? 2.9 feels right.
Okay.
I'll slide in. I mean, it's definitely. Do you know what?
palate.
See if it's considered a red cream soda. It's doing it's its own thing. It's quite unique. You know,
It's quite a red cola though.
nah, I don't get a red cola. I'm going to go with 3.1. Seek out, I can.
Andy, can you even taste it?
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about it. I'm actually
cured your COVID.
It's weird. I mean, it's definitely like a lesser taste than what I would have had before, but it's still there. I can still say something. I'm going 3.4.
Damn, son,
That makes.
it's a hitter, man. That sounds about right though. So sweet, man. So
Oh no,
sweet.
wait a minute. Sorry, what did you put in?
He was 3.1.
3.1.
3.1. Sorry, I changed your score to 3.4 there, not mine. So I need to do that.
That was 2.9.
I kind of met. I do like this.
When did you get the 5-star soda thing on your cartons?
Obviously it's tough during COVID, but the guy came in a hazmat suit and just stenciled it on there.
That's good, man. I like it.
I like that you've done it at an angle, but it still looks right for us. Right, the score for Big Red then 3.1. 3.1 for Big Red.
Solid. That is solid. What Joe it makes what's weird? There is a big blue.
Yeah, we said
And
that.
blue cream soda.
No, but it's just like, is it the same thing, just but a different color?
Maybe. I doubt it. I mean, why
I've
would
got it
you?
up there.
Big blue.
I've got Big Blue in there.
Oh, it's coming.
For once in my life, I felt close to you. Vampire.
Do you know what like obviously you've got, I think we talked about this on one of the previous cream sodas. Cream sodas usually list the basic ingredients, which are always the same, and then natural flavorings. Much like McDaid's says all the basic stuff, then it says natural flavorings. This is where they hide the nuances. I mean, what is the nuance here? Other than the nuance might be red food coloring.
Yeah.
Might just be a really good cream soda.
To go back to McDaid's, right? Just to run through the ingredients here.
How many times are we going to say McDaid's on this? Man? This is-
Here, do you know what? I was so rude. Not rude, but I was just like, fuck McDaid's, basically. McDaid's were done. Me and McDaid's were split up. No,
You've never felt so bad about something in your life. You must have.
I don't actually. I didn't even, do you know what? I apologize
did.
to absolutely no one, and now I'm like, you know what? Do you know what? Right now,
Public apology.
It's- After it, you were like, "Oh, I feel so bad, man. I can't believe the message. I can't believe." You must have said it to me about 6 times, and now you're like,
so much so that I actually flew to Ireland and went, guys, we need to come up with something for the podcast.
No, but do you know what it feels like though? It's like one of those things where, but we're out here to review and be honest, but it's like when someone reviews something and they're like, "What sodas have you made though?" Like, we're like, no, nothing, man. We don't really know anything. But it all is forgiven. I mean,
You know what?
these guys know what's up, man.
It is the job of a critic. It's the job of a critic is not to it's not to make the art or make a film or make the music. It's to interpret it and put it through your own prism and come up with a conclusion. And obviously, I don't really know what the caramel color and phosphoric acid is doing in this, but
It's doing something.
triple filtered water and cane sugar seems to be a good start to a soft drink.
So, right, we've done our full drinks then. So, I need to ask. what you-
McDaid's is nearly
I've already got
finished.
McDaid's
Nearly
back in
finished.
So, I'm lucky. I bought a case of this when I bought it. So, I've got some in the cupboard that I can go back and sample.
very
But I'll
short
be
that
honest, I'm quite enjoying Big Red. I quite enjoyed this. I would have another can of that. But
If
yeah,
you were
it's a smash.
if you were in the studio and having to drive home, is it you take McDaid's up the road now?
It's a screamer, a total screamer. Like
Andy.
it's so good, man.
You take Big
yeah.
Red or McDaid's?
100%. No,
You think
McDaid's. I mean, like I've drank multiple bottles of this now. It's crazy. So at the moment, we now have. Sorry, let me do this.
Look at that, man.
We now
Look
have
at
3 colas on our top 5,
Mm.
and so Doritos Mexican Cola in 3rd place, and McDaid's and Fritz Cola in joint 1st. I have all 3 of them in stock in the fridge.
Nice.
And
I
I will, and I do skip between them all. Like I had a Doritos for my dinner today, so like
Love.
it's
Adam Mattello.
it just depends. It just depends on your mood. What one you want. They're all amazing. They're all amazing. Cola.
I mean,
That's exactly why we do the show. Because when the next time someone's like, "Oh, I know what a really good cola is," I'm like, "All right, go speak," but you're wrong.
Or they'll be like, "No, Doritos," and you're like, "Yeah, Doritos is good, mate. Have you heard of McDaid's?"
And then someone's like, "Oh, have you tried Fentimans?" I'm like, "Get out, man."
I feel like maybe not right now, but I feel like we need to get the plastic bottle McDaid's on the go.
No, we
It's-
need
they
the
don't-
glass
they don't-
football special.
The
They
what?
don't do a plastic bottle of cola.
But they do that bottle glass
Of
football
football
special.
Yes, and they've got many other flavors. They've got cream soda, orange cream, banana, and football special still to come.
That banana soda must be unique.
Yeah.
I don't think
I can only
anybody's-
imagine it tastes like those foam bananas you get for the shop.
I ain't mad at that. Man. I ain't mad at that. Foam
Guys,
banana.
it was good to be back.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Screamo, man.
Yeah.
One more time. McDaid's Cola. The original.
Always forgiving.
Sponsor. Hoping for a sponsor.
Mate,
Even though I couldn't taste them all the way I would normally taste them, I did enjoy it, and I'm glad I'd at least tasted McDaid's before tonight because I knew how good it actually was.
Can I just say a couple of things before we leave, reflecting on the podium? 4 glass bottles
Yeah.
tells you something.
Yeah.
I mean, I must say that speaks volumes.
we're starting to collate the data here.
Mhm.
Interesting though that the club can is
Yeah.
sitting above a few. So like club, it's the time for you getting in the glass bottle game. Could be.
They do it in bottles, but it's not glass bottles. They do it in the 500ml plastic bottles. We've still got another
Wasted
club.
opportunity.
We've still got another club flavour to go as well.
Which one?
Club lemon.
So it is.
It's like all varieties of
I was just like, I thought we did Rock Shandy, but we did.
No, that is Rock Shandy.
Oh, where was Club Orange?
Club Orange is like maybe top. It's
Oh,
top
fell
10.
off. Oh man, my whole world just fell there.
Club Orange is in 7.
What's the worst drink we've rated?
The worst drink currently is Millions
Oh jeez.
Fuck, that was terrible.
with a 0.3.
Tastes like a fucking strawberry carpet.
That was the worst show.
Yeah,
Is that not?
because that has got the bottom 3 drinks were all done on that show.
Levi Roots?
No, Oranzada and the
the
lemonade passion fruit.
Oh, that fancy looking thing.
Wheat glass bottle. Fucked it though with the content.
Trash though, man. That was
Glass
just,
bottles, I'm saving you for that.
ah man. That was a rough day. Rough day, man.
So we have 4 drinks who have got an average of under 1. And
Nice.
that is your Millions Oranzada, lemon passion fruit, and Dunn's American Cola. So
Oh,
it's
that
not, we don't just. It's not like a cola's getting straight onto the top. You've got to be a good cola.
I wonder. It'd be interesting, like, what other receptacles we might come. Maybe we need to seek out some interesting receptacles.
Well, there's a few coming up maybe in the next episode we can go into and that.
The next episode.
There's a hybrid for
Aye.
sure on one of them.
Well, it
Um,
was good. It was good to be back. Do we have anything else to go over, or we wrap it up there?
No,
No,
man, just roll on the next one.
Your piece.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you, guys. We'll hopefully see you all again soon. This has been 5 Star Sodas, episode 8. See you next time.
Whoa.
Peace.